Every October, I would work at a corn maze for a barn that hosted a haunted house. My other friends worked inside the barn as monsters to scare people. And I ended up with the lame job of making sure no one snuck into the corn maze for free. You would assume my job was boring. But there was lots of weird things surrounding the corn maze. Some of my coworkers would scare me by saying that if I lost track of a kid, they ended up as a meal for the creature that lives in the corn maze. I never believed them for a second, but I still made sure to keep track of everyone that went in and out the corn maze. The maze was huge, so it wasn't surprising to me if someone actually got lost in there. Luckily, the owner gave me a map to navigate the maze, just in case someone really got lost. Every night before I left, I had to go through the entire maze to make sure no one was still there. On a particular night, I was going through my usual routine when I noticed that the corn maze had an extra path. I double-checked my map and knew for sure it wasn't there yesterday. I decided to take a look down the path, just in case someone got lost there. As I continued walking, I felt like I heard footsteps that weren't mine. I stood still for a second, and the footsteps stopped a second after. I thought maybe one of my coworkers were messing with me, so I turned around ready to yell at them. I caught myself by surprise when there was no one there. I knew I was probably just being paranoid at this point. I told myself I was the only one in the corn maze, but deep down, I felt like I wasn't. I thought back to the creature that my friend said lived in the corn maze. I shook my head, denying the possibility. Eventually I came to a dead end, and realized I was completely lost. I turned around to attempt to navigate my way back to the barn, when I saw a shadow quickly move behind a corner. At this point, I was annoyed. "I know you're there," I said out loud. I turned to look into the corn maze and saw something. I felt my heart drop, but then I realized it was just a scarecrow. I felt a little dumb, but laughed while I walked out the maze. I heard some rustling, and then I turned back. The scarecrow was gone. I tried to pretend like I didn't notice, and walked normally towards where I thought the exit was. I knew I didn't know the way, so I just tried to stall for as long as possible. Someone would notice I was missing, right?
Was that scarecrow always here?
I